This is a cornmeal pound cake. I love making pound cakes. It's my favorite kind of cake to make. You do a little work, you get lots of rewards. Now this one does include cornmeal for a little bit of crunch. Let's get started. So I have here some all-purpose flour, and I'm going to add some stone ground cornmeal. And then I'm going to add a little baking soda and some salt. You want to take those few extra seconds and really whisk that leavening into your dry ingredients so that it will be evenly distributed into the batter. And then we're going to take to the mixer. And the first thing that goes in is some butter. And then we're going to add the sugar. You know, sugar usually goes in with the fat, the butter in a recipe where it gets nice and creamy. And that's one of the secrets to pound cake. You don't want to rush that step. It's going to take about 5 minutes for that sugar and that butter to become one. The way you know when butter and sugar have creamed enough for a pound cake, if you rub it, it's lost most of its grit and it feels more like cake frosting. And now I'm going to add my eggs one at a time. And when you can no longer see any yellow, when it's all in there, it's time to add another egg. Make sure you get the batter off of the paddle attachment. A lot of pound cakes will have you add the dry ingredients on the mixer, but for this one, I like to do these last few things by hand. So I'm going to add in my flour, about half of it, and I'm going to just, with my spatula, I'm going to stir this in. But the less stirring you can do to accomplish this, the better this cake is going to be. And then I'm going to put in sour cream. This is full fat sour cream, and then the rest of your flour mixture. And then last but not least, we have the zest of a lemon, and then we have some fresh lemon juice. So when everything is mixed in, make sure your oven is preheated and that you've positioned a rack in the middle of the oven. That's the sweet spot for a cake to cook evenly. So I love an unexpected element of an herb in a sweet dessert. And for this, I'm making a simple basil syrup. So easy. I've got water in this pan, and this is a little bit of a sweet wine, like a Riesling or a Moscato. Then I'm going to add some sugar, some fresh lemon juice, and then we're going to bring this to a quick boil and stir until the sugar dissolves. As soon as the sugar's dissolved, you drop in half a vanilla bean and a great big handful of basil. It's going to be about a cup, lightly compacted, just fresh basil leaves. And lift it off the heat to cool to room temperature. So now my syrup is cooled to room temperature, and I'm going to put this over some fresh fruit. Today I'm doing blackberries and pitted peeled peaches, but you can do any combination of berries you like, or just one of these or the other. I was once invited to cook at a competition at a local farmer's market, and they gave me a basket of ingredients. I didn't know what was going to be in it. Basil, peaches, blackberries, did it on the fly. It was a winner, and I've done it ever since. So I'm going to now strain this syrup to get out the basil. It has given all the flavor it's ever going to have, and what we have is this delicious syrup. I do tend to retrieve this vanilla bean and plunk it in there for good measure. Now this needs to go in your refrigerator and hang out for at least 3 hours till it's good and chilled to give that fruit a little time to absorb that basil flavor. But it can be in the fridge for up to 3 days, and the flavor will increase each of those days. You'll find the spot where it's just right for you. So to dress up this cake just a little bit, I'm going to add a simple glaze that is nothing more than powdered sugar and lemon juice, and then a little sparkle and shine with this great lemon sugar. So to make a glaze, it's 2 ingredients. It's powdered sugar and a little bit of a liquid. And in this case, it's fresh lemon juice. Now you have to stir until this is the perfect consistency. It'll seem dry at first, but remember, you can always add another drop or 2 of liquid if you need it until it's just right. It should be smooth and creamy and fall in thick dollops off the end of your spoon. And this is one of my favorite special tricks, a little hint that can dress up any cake. All you have is a little bit of lemon zest, maybe what was left over from the recipe, and a little spoonful of sugar, and you are going to massage this sugar into that lemon zest, and your kitchen's going to smell amazing. And then you sprinkle. And now it's time to cut the cake. And put one on our plate, and we're going to add just a little bit of our peach, a couple of blackberries, and there is our cornmeal pound cake with our sweet basil fruit. That is delightful. And you know what I'm going to do with the rest? I'm going to have it for breakfast. I can't be the only one that likes a piece of cake and a cup of coffee.